Adam Laxalt is outside counsel to Americans for Public Trust, and he's, of course, the former Attorney General of the state of Nevada, now Nevada, and he joins us tonight. Adam, thanks so much for coming on. So you've seen some of this firsthand. Tell us how we should feel about mail-in ballots and vote harvesting.
Well, first, you're absolutely right. This is the game. It's about winning elections and gaining power. And here in my swing state, where we have a lot of very close elections, you're seeing videos now of thousands of ballots that are piled up in apartments, in trash cans, and in hallways. And this is all because we are doing our first mail-in ballot election in the history of our state, all under the cloak of the pandemic, of course. And the Democrats sued a Democrat county, Clark County, which is greater Las Vegas, in order to get all of these extra things that they want to make sure that they can get their wish list. And what do you think turned out on this thing? Lo and behold, they agreed to all of these conditions in return for the Democrats to get out of the way and let this preliminary election go down. And so what did they get? They got inactive voters. 200,000 of them were mailed ballots all across the greater Las Vegas area. And you know, we have no way to know if these are going to lead to massive voter fraud. And they continue to sue to get rid of signature verifications and to enact the California-style ballot harvesting right here in Nevada.
I assume they call you racist. I mean, that's always what they call you, no matter whenever you oppose their power grabs, obviously. So I'm just assuming that that's what they call you when you say this. But I'm wondering, is there any way to stop it at this point? It seems like they just come out of nowhere and they're just sort of overwhelming the media and the system with demands for this.
Yeah, look, I think it's important to continue to raise attention, to continue to show, like this video is the reason that we're talking about Nevada voter fraud. Otherwise, you're right, we would have been ignored when we say, hey, things are going on here. When voters all over southern Nevada are trying to get on Twitter and Facebook and say, I'm getting all these ballots to my house, and people that haven't lived here in 10 years. So we do need to raise the attention. We need to put pressure on the Secretary of State and the local registrars to stop this practice. You know, the interesting thing about this, Tucker, is the Democrat registrar in Clark County said, I don't want to mail inactive voters. He said, we've already purged them because the post office has told us they don't live at this address. And what happened? His county commission, almost all Democrats, said, you are going to mail inactive voters. This is all in an affidavit, and you could tell he did it very begrudgingly. Yeah. And so now, you know, somewhat egg on their face that this registrar was right. And he said, where are these ballots going to go? There's a postal worker in Las Vegas that was quoted saying, you know, I'm seeing ballots everywhere. They're not secure. What is going to happen with all these ballots? So, you know, we have an election in 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks it's incredibly important. The big game, of course, is the general election. We need to keep our eye on that.
Yeah. People have so little faith in the system remaining. This will eliminate it. This will divide the country, and I hope it doesn't happen. Adam Laxalt, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.